Yo, what's going on, guys? And of course, we're going to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies and season expectations for the Memphis Grizzlies. And honestly, shout out Memphis for a team that the second half of the season and the early part of the offseason, they were in the rumor mill. It's been dead quiet, and kudos. People don't realize that's really good. That means I think they're handling things in-house, and I have a lot of expectations for the Memphis Grizzlies because the fact that this is probably a team that people are overlooking at this point. We expected them the last 2 years, to make that jump. It kind of happened, but things, obviously got in the way. And I think people have forgotten about them in a way. Like, not really, but like they just are underestimating them. And I feel like this is going to be the allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is like that moment. And we're just going to look at what they did this offseason. Again, it was a good offseason. First off, let's talk about the current roster. Marcus Smart. And let's talk about, obviously, if we are talking about what the starting lineup is going to look like, obviously that is up in the air because Marcus Smart is going to start right now with Desmond Bane, and Derrick Rose could potentially get some action out there. And for me, when I look at this roster, so right now I think to start the season because of Ja Morant's suspension, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, probably maybe Santi Aldama, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Steven Adams. If not, Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams. I also think like Steven Adams is a guy that could potentially have a different, I don't know, like not team, but I feel like this is a squad that's a lot deeper and better than people are going to give him the benefit of the doubt for, especially with when you look at this core that I think the Grizzlies right here. So let me just read off the roster. Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, John Contra, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams, Derrick Rose, Luke Kennard, David Roddy, Santi Aldama, who I think is going to be a most improved player of the year candidate, Brandon Clark, Zaire Williams, Jake LaRavia, Kenneth Lofton Jr., Xavier Tillman, John Morant, Josh Christopher. They waived. Actually, I lied. Isaiah Todd and Josh Christopher were waived. They do have Shaquille Harrison. They have 3 two-ways: Vince Williams, Jacob Gaillard, and Gigi Jackson. Now, to start the season, it's either going to be Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams, or maybe they try Santi Aldama out there, or they try Luke Kennard out there. I think also center is they're either going to try a front court of Santi and Jaren Jackson Jr. or Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark, or keep it with Steven Adams and then Brandon Clark off the bench. Now, I think David Roddy, Jake LaRavia, and John Conchar are going to be fighting for and Zaire Williams, even though it seems like Zaire Williams has been discarded to the side. And it's definitely interesting when you look at this team because for me, the big thing is that Ja Morant's going to be on the shelf for till December, and the Grizzlies went out, got Derrick Rose, got Marcus Smart. This team got better defensively, and we're going to have the grit and grind little grit and grind modern day with that pace and space. Okay, the pace and space, grit and grind, the grit pace with the grit pace and grind space. That sounds so wrong. Now, Morant's back. When Morant is back, you're gonna have some real flexibility. Like I said, I think Bane is gonna be a guy who could definitely run. Could end up running the a lot of the 2 guard. I mean, there's a lot there that could happen. And I'm intrigued to hear everyone's opinions. Do you think that this is a team that last year, if we look at their stats, okay, the Grizzlies statistically were a team that I think people forget they finished second in the Western Conference last year. 51-31, ladies and gentlemen. And people are acting like this is a team this is a 50-win team. All right. People in the media aren't putting the Grizzlies as a top 5 team. People in the aren't putting the Grizzlies as contenders. This is a team that the second best defense in the league, 15th best offense. Okay, I think this defense is going to be the number one in the league. All right, they had the 4th best net rating. And the crazy part is the year before, okay, when they won 56 games and were back-to-back years second in the Western Conference, okay? This might be the 3rd year in a row that they're the second in the West, okay? When they won 56 games, they had the 5th best offense and the 4th best defense. So this has been a top 10 offense before. So ladies and gentlemen, again, I expect this team to be a lot better. And it's just crazy to think that this is a 50-win team. This is a top 3 seed. This is a team that hopefully can now make it to the Western Conference final. Finally, ironically using that same word. But I really do think that it's almost disrespectful how people have kind of just not cast it aside, but almost overlooked what this squad has done. And that's what I'm kind of flabbergasted at, the fact that I feel like people aren't realizing that this Grizzly squad is a lot better than what anyone is giving them the benefit of the doubt for. So I want to hear your guys' opinions. What do you guys expect at this point from, the Memphis Grizzlies? Do you think the team is as good as I say, or am I just someone talking out of my butt? But I don't know. I really do look at this and I think, dang, this is like a lot better of a squad than anyone is giving them. So I get excited when I look at this and I think, okay, here we go. This is going to be a fun one. So the other thing is check this out. Marcus Smart has 3 all-defensive teams to his name, which is absolutely wicked. That's just not talked about enough, in my opinion. Well, that's here nor there. And I don't know. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts. If there's anything else you might have wanted to hear that I could have overlooked and I just didn't think about, let me know, because the NBA is always rapidly changing. At any moment, you could be surprised with what ends up happening. So hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the way to 20,000 subscribers. So if you guys do want to support independent NBA journalism, hitting that subscribe button would mean the world. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to be at. And I'm waiting to the 8-minute marker because they say that's good for YouTube videos. So peace out.